Jira Basics, Module 6, Dashboards and Filters. In this module, Module 6 in our 7-module course, we're going to be covering custom dashboards and Jira filters. In the previous modules, we looked at installation, concepts of projects, and labels, workflows, versions and components. All we have left to cover now is dashboards, reports, and searching for issues. So in this module, we'll focus on custom dashboards and filters. Our learning objectives for this module then. Firstly, how to create dashboards. Secondly, how to customize those dashboards and add gadgets. Thirdly, how to create filters. And fourthly, how to apply those filters to dashboards. There's no point putting all this data in and organising everything in Jira if you can't see where you're up to on your projects. So Jira provides you with dashboards that can be customised to your requirements and filters that you can set up to focus on the data that you're interested in. Now both dashboards and filters allow you to see exactly where you are with your particular project. So we're going to look at dashboards and then we'll look at creating filters and applying those filters to those dashboards. Now to create dashboards, it's as simple as clicking on the Dashboards menu option and selecting the Manage Dashboards. And from here, we get the option to create new dashboards. And when we create that new dashboard, we can give it a new name. You can add some description, and you can either start from a template or you can start off with a blank dashboard. You can add it to your favourites list and share it with other users of your Jira installation. So we'll just start off with a new dashboard that's blank and add that to our list of dashboards. And once that's created, it shows up on your Manage Dashboards list, and you can see now that we have 2 dashboards listed under my Manage Dashboards area. And when I select my new dashboard, I'm taken to the dashboard page, and from here I can start to add gadgets and build out the information that this dashboard is going to display. So what's a gadget then? Well, a gadget is a component that's going to display a certain type or range of data that we want to display on our dashboard. And if we click on the Add New Gadget option, we can select from a range of gadgets, and in this instance I'm going to select the Assign to Me gadget, which will show all of the issues that are assigned to me within this project. And if we close the Add Gadget window here, you'll see that that gadget has been added to my dashboard, but we're not looking at the data that's displayed by this gadget yet. We're looking at the filter and the configuration of the gadget as it's going to be applied to our dashboard. So I can select in here and configure the number of results for my assigned issues that are going to be displayed, the column types in that table for this particular gadget, and I could select auto refresh if I want that gadget to update the data every 15 minutes. So I've added the gadget, I've configured it, and now that gadget and the data that's relevant to it is displayed on my new dashboard. As another example then, if we add a second gadget and we search through our list of gadgets, we could pick out a gadget, issue statistics, add this gadget to our dashboard, close the Add Gadget window, and again we've got the configuration of the gadget, and we can apply filters, which we'll talk about in a minute, and update some of the other configuration items for this particular gadget and save it. Now you'll notice for this particular gadget that it's mandatory for a filter to be applied. And what this is telling us is we either need to apply a filter, a predefined filter, which we'll talk about in a minute, or we need to specify a project that this particular gadget will display the statistics for. So I'll set the project key here and select Acme Project 1, and then we'll save that gadget. And at the moment, for that particular project there's no data. And this conveniently gives me an opportunity to show you then how to edit these gadgets, and you'll see that when you select a gadget there's a drop down menu, and from that drop down menu we can select edit, and in here we can update that configuration for this particular gadget. So I'll select a different project here and save this, and you'll see now that this gadget is updated with a list of issue statistics for that particular project that I selected. Now in that particular example I showed you how to configure it by specifying a project, but as we mentioned you could alternatively apply a filter here. So what is a filter? Well, if we go to our issues list for our particular project, you'll see over on the left hand side that there is a filter component that we can use to build, create and apply filters. Now from here I have some predefined filters that are already configured in Jira, so I could select all my open issues. Then over on the right hand side the issues listed are, not unsurprisingly, all my open issues. But that filter has a name, my open issues, and if I go back to managing my dashboards and I reconfigure one of the widgets on my new dashboard, I can then apply that filter to this widget on this dashboard. So that's the concept of creating the widget, applying an overall project filter, applying a predefined filter, but we can also create our own filters. And by creating our own filters we have the capability to display all manner of filtered data on our widgets and on our dashboard. So again, if I go back to my issues list for my project, you can see here that there's two options for me to create these filters. I can create a new filter by clicking on the button here, or I can apply some search criteria here and then save that as a filter. But if I create a new filter then, you'll see that the search criteria is defined over here. I could select my project. I may want to apply an unassigned filter, so this is looking for any particular issues that are not assigned to a user, and I can then save this filter as unassigned issues. And if I copy that text, I can then use this saved filter on the widget that I've defined on my dashboard. So again, back to the dashboards, I can select my new dashboard, and when I configure the widget and edit the configuration for this particular widget, I can paste in here the filter unassigned issues and apply that filter. So again, I can configure this widget, I can define or paste in the filter name, select unassigned issues and save that filter. And now rather than showing my issues, it's showing me unassigned issues under the issue statistics widget on my new dashboard. So let's just repeat that process then, and this time we'll apply a different type of gadget to our dashboard. And we'll start off again by setting up a filter, and this time we're going to look at issues that are assigned to me and that are in progress. So we're looking at our Acme project, we're looking at status of in progress, and we're looking at assigned to me as the current user. And we'll save this particular filter as my in progress issues, and again we'll copy that text so that we remember what we called the filter. I'll call it something slightly different. And when we go back to our dashboard again, our delivery system dashboard, and when we go back to our dashboard again, my new dashboard, what we'll do is add a new gadget, and this time we'll go for the average age gadget. We'll add the gadget, we'll do the configuration, and as part of the configuration this time we'll apply that filter that we've just saved. So in here, filter applied, we'll apply my in progress issues 2, and the age period we'll do weekly, and we'll save that particular gadget. And we'll see here now we have a bar chart that shows the age of our issues in days over a period of time. In summary then, dashboards, gadgets and filters give us the capability to see what's happening with our projects. We can create dashboards that we add gadgets to, and where a dashboard can have many gadgets. When we create gadgets, we can configure those gadgets with filters, and those filters allow us to focus on the data that we're interested in. And finally, understanding filters is fundamental to configuring the widgets on our dashboards. And getting to grips with those filters is fundamental, and getting the most out of Jira comes from understanding those filters and applying search criteria and defining search criteria in those filters. So in the next and final module in this series, we're going to look at building out filters and using JQL to create advanced filters in Jira.